welcome back to episode 27 of the Woven Almanac Podcast. It's a crafty podcast if it's the first time stopping by. I'll give you a super quick intro. My name is Dawn. I'm a British expat from Manchester, which is the northwest of England, and for I think around 23, 24 years now, I've been living in the Netherlands. I live here with my partner Lawrence, our sons Josh and William, and our little furry doggy Jack, who's a Parsons Terrier. And I don't live in Amsterdam, but I live close to the border of Amsterdam. I'm a craftaholic, but I also vlog. So if you want to know more about me and family life and what I'm up to on a daily basis kind of thing, you can also find me here on YouTube with Dawn's Days, which I film little snippets of my day, and then I edit them all together to make like a weekly vlog, and it uploads on in Central European time quite early on a Sunday morning, every Sunday. And I do a little bit of other things on YouTube, sometimes do tutorials and etc. So where else can you find me? I'm looking down because I have made notes, otherwise I will just go off on a complete tangent. So you can find me here on YouTube. What I will also mention is down below in the description box, I'll have links to my socials, and I put timestamps in the description box. So if you want to go to only a particular craft or back, then you can just click on the timestamp and you can go fast forward or reverse. So YouTube, Dawn's Days, that's the vlog channel. Instagram, my Instagram account, it's mainly crafting. I think like 99% crafting things that I post on there. So that's at Dawn's Days. And I'm trying to be a good hostess and put more time into our little crafty group over on Facebook, Crafty World 1. I think I mentioned it in the last podcast, and since then we've had a few new members, and a few lovely people have posted what you've been working on. Got some lovely knitting in there. So yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit more vigilant on the Facebook group. So that's where you can find me. So my format, it's a little bit of a loose format, but I usually start off with like a little life update, what I've been up to since the last podcast, and then what crafts I've been working on. So for example, this podcast, I've got quite a bit of crochet, some knitting, some sewing, and then what I would class as other crafts, where I'll bundle in DIY painting, diamond dots, anything that's been keeping me busy would be in the other kind of category. And then this episode, there's a reason why, I'll tell you in a second. I'm going to share, what does Ellie say? Blasts from the past. Three shawls that I have knitted or crocheted in the past. If you've been around for a while, even if you watched the podcast on the old, in the old format, which was the Craft Workshop podcast, you've probably seen them. So, but I'll tell you why. I mentioned that I was wearing a particular shawl in the vlog, and Karen, who was Weedy Stitch Creations, was it? She's changed her channel name now. Karen's actually, I think she's an all-round crafter, but I think her main focus is like cross stitch, and she's actually a pattern designer. I'll put Karen's link to her channel below, and hopefully I would have put her new channel name on the screen. Not very good. You can tell I'm not a professional, and I keep looking down. And then I've got some incoming, but I'll share a little bit of incoming in the particular crafts as well. So does that make sense? I'm drinking a very plain instant coffee, but not in a plain mug. Ta-da! In a recent vlog, Lawrence and I had a little afternoon jaunt to Gouda, and everywhere was closed except the cafes and restaurants and one tourist shop. So we went in the tourist shop, fell in love with this. It is ceramic, but it's made to look in the like the old, enamelled mugs. So Lawrence kindly treated me to this, and I said, oh, it'd be nice for the podcast. I just love that old, I don't know, it's a little bit like fairground or canal boat. I don't know, what would you call this sort of aesthetic? Anyway, I love it. So excuse me, I'm going to keep slurping because when I'm talking I get a little bit coffee. So what life updates, let's just have a little chat about what we're up to, what I've been up to since I last spoke to you guys. So recently, as I'm filming this week, is my, drum roll, 6-year anniversary on YouTube with the Dawn's Days channel. And I'm so proud that, I've been so consistent on that channel. I've rarely missed a week. If I have, it's probably because I've either been like really sick or I've been traveling and not able to upload or edit. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. I did speak about it in this week's vlog, which will go out after the podcast. But yeah, so that was a little bit of a milestone for me. Also, if you've watched the vlog, you'll know this. Lawrence and I, we went to a place called Wassenaar. We did a bit of expat shopping. So in the vlog, I also share some of the little, goodies, bits and bobs we bought that I miss, sort of taste of home kind of thing. Very exciting, and I've got a few things to show you from there. I went to a dollhouse fair in Utrecht with my friend Antoinette and my friend, but also Antoinette's sister Jacqueline. We had a fantastic day out. It was amazing. Also interesting, because in the vlog I'd had quite a few new people join the channel, and I just happened to be in my studio or my workshop. So I'm quite comfortable sat here in front of my fire, and I filmed here last time, and usually I film, very rarely I've filmed in my craft room, which is upstairs. It's still doubling up as my work office. Usually I film out there. I've got like an open plan kitchen diner, but back in the old days I used to film the podcast, which was the Craft Workshop podcast, over in my workshop. I have a studio, it's a lock-up room in my local art centre. So in episode 335 of the vlog, I filmed a little tour of my craft room. If you want to have a look at that, just because I was there, I happened to be there with Lawrence, we popped in. Also, if you've been watching the vlog, Lawrence has finally bought himself a drone. And he used to have a real snazzy, all-singing, super-duper drone years ago for his job. I still can't work out why on earth he had a drone for his job. But when he left his job, he had to return it. It was worth thousands, this drone. And he's always been hankering for one. Anyway, finally, he's bought himself a really, really nice drone. It's very, very professional. It's got a lot of, whistles and bells in it. So in the vlog, I've been incorporating a little bit of footage if it's in the right context of, if we're a day out or whatever. So that was exciting. And then the other thing, I'm not going to waffle on too much, but I have been dealing with some health issues. I've kind of touched upon it, very briefly in the vlog, but nothing to worry about. I'm just struggling a little bit at the moment. But anyway, that's what I've been up to, I think. Yeah. So as I said, I've got crochet, knitting, sewing, other crafts, some shawls to show with you, and then some incoming, although I will do a little bit of incoming as we speak. So let's dive into the crochet. I can feel I'm getting hoarse. The canal boat blanket that I'm crocheting on is a make-along by Lucy from Attic 24. I think it runs for 8 weeks. Every Friday you get a new release of the pattern, a new part. this is the only, and I've joined a lot, the only make along that not only have I kept up in real time, but I've actually finished the clues before the next one comes out. I cannot put this down. So it's really big now, so I can't show you the entire blanket. If I can, I don't even know if I'd be able to photograph it. If I can, I will, but I'll walk you through the parts. Oops, I don't want to lose my crochet hook, and it's upside down, bear with me. Seriously, I cannot put this down. I have really enjoyed it. I've found it so relaxing and mindful, and now I've completely memorized this is the right side. I've memorized the entire pattern now, so I'm just following Lucy's colour recommendations. Sorry, somebody's trying to phone me. I hope it's not stopped. No, it hasn't stopped. Yeah, we're good. I'll have to phone them back. It's my friend. So this is part 5. The stitch marker is not the beginning of part 5. I've just put it in there so it shows you the right and wrong side. I think it's actually a Christmas. It is. It's a mitten. It's a Christmas. It's just so it's really important that you know which is the right and wrong side, because one of the repeats, you finish the row and then you stay on the right side and go back to the beginning and do another row. So, which I've never done that style of, I've never done that before in crochet. It's genius. So let's show, I think this is the one with the least ends. So this is part 5. And as I said, I can't remember where it began and ended. If I looked at the pattern, I could. But what Lucy does say in her blog is that no two colours are together the way she's done it. It's 15 colours, and you need 15 balls. So that was the beginning, I've crocheted mine all in Stylecraft Special DK. I believe in the UK you could buy a whole pack from certain online shops. I couldn't get a pack in the Netherlands, but Lucy, as always, gives you whatever the yarn is that she uses recommends. She gives you either the colour codes or the name of the colour. So I just went online. I went to a couple of companies and I bought Stylecraft Special DK. So you start with tomato and then you just keep going and going and going and going and going and going. And this is the end of part 5. And it's, I would say it's probably like single bed width, I would say. I think I might use mine as like a runner, for the end of our bed, because I've got like a king size bed. I'm thinking about it in the guest room and the spare room. I've got a king size bed, so I could also put it on there. I'm not worrying so much because I'm just really enjoying it. I believe, if I remember rightly, one of the weeks, I think it's a week for doing all your ends and stuff in, but I've been I've been doing mine as I go. So this side is all woven in totally, apart from what the odd one on part 5, and then this side I still have to weave in, but you can see I did already weave in part 1. Doesn't take me long at all. If I've actually woven in as I've gone, like crocheted over the tail, then I've just snipped it off. I've not bothered weaving it back in itself. I usually leave quite a long tail, so the chances of it coming undone are pretty slim. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. Oh my gosh, I've absolutely loved it, to the point that I'm thinking of making another one. I don't know if I'll go for this bright colourful one again. I might just do like a 5 colour repeat, but we'll see. So that's one thing. Then the other thing, I've spoke about this a few times. I just thought I'd show you because I needed a mindless kind of project, and I know this again, like when you knit or crochet something that's repetitive, your muscle memory remembers it. And before I think it was before I cast on the canal boat blanket, I'd already cast on I've got an itchy nose, called the Midwife Blanket, actually in my craft studio Tule, I think there's 2 called the Midwife Blankets hung up in there and pointing because it's in that direction. So I've actually done quite a lot on this. As I said, in previous episodes, I haven't got the ball band. I had a stash of this, I can't remember, is it putty or, no, it's Stonewash Stylecraft Special DK. I had quite a few balls and I thought I'm just going to cast on and keep going till I run out. So I think I might call it a day now. So this is how, again, it's quite long. So I might start thinking of wrapping it up now because I'm down to about, I think this might be the last half a ball, I'm sure. If it's not, I'll finish this and then I'll do till half of the one I've got, and then I am going to do a border on it, which I've always done. I call the Midwife Blankets. Seriously, this, if you're a beginner, oops, what's I dropped here? If you're a beginner, I would really recommend this pattern. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's a great practice for your tension, and it's really, really simple. Everything is done in either a chain stitch or, in US terms, a double crochet. So easy. So that's all I've been up to, on the crochet front, but it's quite a lot. Knitting wise, not done much. I'm not gonna lie. What I have done is, and I've not blocked it, is I finished, I don't know if it's the right way up. I've not blocked it. This is the February Year of Dishcloth, which the lovely Grene from the Kitchen Sink Shop. I'm looking at my notes. I didn't write what the name of the pattern was. This is a free Cal knit along every month. If you sign up to her newsletter, you get a free dishcloth, and she always adds loads of other lovely things in, such as a recipe or interesting facts. So and I think I might have shown you this cotton yarn in the last vlog. It was a Grundl cotton, and the pattern calls for a worsted weight cotton, and I think this is just a DK. So technically they should be a bit bigger, but I just really, really like it. Absolutely loved it. So I'm really, Grene is knocking her patterns out of the park. You just learn loads of new techniques, like this one. You know, if you're sort of an intermediate knitter, so in this one there was like the PSSO, sorry, which is pass the stitch over. Yeah, pass stitch something over, and then you slips, pass, no, purl, slip, oh, I can't remember, but anyway, I can do these stitches in just out of my head now. But if you're new, you know, you learn a lot of new stitch techniques. Knitting wise, I've not made any progress on this, but I thought I'd show you, because I don't remember what I did discuss with you in the last podcast, but I know what I did talk about, having a lot of trouble with my yarn choice. This is the Floriculture Cowl. I forget, I've not put the pattern designer's name down. So I ended up, this is just from Stash, and I've tangled everything up. Can I get to a piece that's not tangled? So, and this is a colourwork pattern, and I'm really happy with the yarn choice. I've not even done the first repetition yet, but I thought I'd just show you in case you're, you know, if you've got your eye on having a go, because I've recommended. And the mini skein, this was from an advent calendar from 2 years ago, I think. I forget the name of who I bought from. It was a German dyer that I'd never bought from before. So I assume it'll wash nicely. So, and then she had 2 colourways that were kind of a bit similar. So, and because it's variegated, you wouldn't even notice. So, you know, I think because I'm really enjoying the canal boat blanket, I'm really like into the crochet at the moment, so my other crafting's taken a bit of a back seat, and because I'm not feeling well, you know, just sitting quietly on the sofa is just, it's a good thing for me at the moment. The other thing I'm going to mention, because it's kind of at the end, like incoming plans, but I'll tell you because we're in the knitting section. It's quite exciting. Many of you will know Alex from My Yarny Corner. I think it was in Alex's Facebook group, I think it was, that she mentioned that a fantastic pattern designer had listed all her patterns for free in Ravelry. Instantly, I went on, my gosh, it's really, you know, I've got a list of stuff, too many things to mention here. I'll put a link below to her Ravelry if you're interested, because I don't know how long they'll be free for, maybe forever, maybe for a week, I don't know. Audrey Borogo is the designer. No, Audrey Borogo Designs. That's the designer, and what she's got a lot of shawls in there, a lot of colour work, sweaters, loads of socks, hats, quite a few hats. She's got such a variety, and as I said, all of her patterns are free. So even if you've not, you know, you're not planning to do anything now, I would just go in and download all of them, and you know, for your own library, because wow, when you go and see, I've got my eye on a couple of shawls that I'm like, you know, maybe should I cast one on? I'm like, no, hold off yet, Dawn, hold off yet, Dawn. So yeah, that's all the knitting. I've got some sewing to show you, and I've also got some sewing on the incoming to show you. So I'll only talk about Tulip. If you watched the last episode, I've shown you a little tulip that I'd made, and that's a mouse pattern that I bought on Etsy from Jane Magic Craft, and my lovely friend Jeanette, who's Crafty Cakes Creations here on YouTube, has also made a mouse. She's probably made a whole family by now. They're so addictive. So I've shown you, sorry, rustling, that Daffodil is the name of my mouse. She was wearing this cute little summer party dress, but I decided that Daffodil also needed, I've not put the fastener on the back yet. Daffodil also needed just, you know, an everyday dress, because she kept spilling jam and juice. So I decided, you know, okay, you can't wear your best party dress every day, Daffodil. When you buy the mouse pattern, you also get the pattern for it's like a little bodice that you can extend to make a dress, a little vest, and a pair of trousers if you wanted to make shorts, or, you know, dungarees, overalls. So it's a versatile pattern you can mix and match. So that's what Daffodil was wearing. Daffodil, this is her everyday dress, and she's got a little pocket here so she can put, you know, little crumbs of cheese and so forth. She's still, minus her tail and whiskers, but she's told me she doesn't mind, because actually the whiskers get very sticky when she's eating her strawberry jam. And again, as usual, I'm just, you know, shopping from Stash. This, like a quilting fabric, if you're a quilter, you'll probably recognise it. I can't remember the name. And just a little scrap of a polka dot fabric. So, but I also made, and this is, I just freehand drew something, made it from a cheap piece of felt first to see if I liked it, and then stitched it up. So it's not finished, but here, and again, I still need to put the fastener on it. So this is a little red velvet cloak. I think it's even, oh yeah, I did hand stitch the bottom. So I need to press it, because, you know, I bagged it out, technical term, but I'll show you. I'll just wrap it round just so you get an idea of her winter cloak. So it does fit her, and then it'll have a little fastener here, and it all needs a good press. And then she can also have the cloak open, and you can see I've got some, I'm just stitching. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. some little faux gold buttons on it. But I'm thinking either a hook and eye or a little press stud for. So it's a bit snug, but it's really thick velvet. So I made that. I just freehand drew it, you know. So I haven't got a pattern for you. I'm very, very sorry. If you look on YouTube, there's loads of stuff. You know, if you look up like doll clothes and cloak or Red Riding Hood. So, and again, a shop. Oh, she's lost a shoe. A shop from Stash. This is also some quilting fabric. Had a little piece, maybe a fat quarter, and then the velvet is actually some Christmas napkins that I bought years ago. So, oh, sorry, let me find a shoe. Loads of people asked on my Instagram where these shoes are from, and they're actually Jeanette treated me to a pair when I went to Yarndale a few years ago. Lucy Locketland had a stand at Yarndale, and she was selling these. I don't think she has them on a web shop, but if you're going to a yarn show and Lucy's there, maybe you can just contact her and ask her to bring the shoes for you. They're all leather. They're beautiful. As I said, I've got some more sewing to show you, but I'll do that on the incoming. So I think that's all the sewing. Sticking with the mouse theme, though, I decided that Daffodil and her little sister Dot needed a house, but I didn't want a doll house because many of you know I sat right here. I've got a very big vintage doll house, which is kind of Edwardian Victorian style. So I decided I just wanted a shelf that I could just put a few bits and bobs in and hang on the wall in my craft room upstairs. So I went online to Amazon. I think I might have shown this in the last, did I show this in the last podcast or the vlog? So I bought this shelf. I had to get the Dremel out and remove, because it was 4 layers and some partitions, which you can see, because I just wanted 2 floors. And as I said, it's not a real dollhouse. It's just to put I want it full of stuff, but it's just to hang on the wall, and then you can see proportionally Daffodil and Dot can fit in it. Ooh, I'm dropping stuff. So I've left a few things in. Again, let's call this miniature crafting from old cardboard boxes and scraps of fabric, and I've dirtied it up because I'm afraid mice are a little bit grubby, so it won't be pristine, this house. It'll be very grubby, also a bit vintagey. So I just freestyled with cereal packets and some scrap fabric and a bit of ribbon and loads and loads of tacky glue. It is slightly padded. It's lined with felt underneath. I'll put some doilies on the arms. I'm going to make a little cushion for it, maybe a little blanket or throw. But yeah, this is, and it was too deep, so it came out too far. That it was actually now. Let's see, I'll pop it up here. Now it sits in, but it was too wide. It was sitting here, so it looks a bit stupid. So it'll go on the ground floor, but I can kind of put it at an angle, and she does fit in it. I've tried. I will show you. If you like the Mailig mice, there you go. She fits. You can buy a little chair for them in all different fabrics. I will buy things for it, but I just want to use what I've got in stash, or I can make myself. So, little chair. As you can see, I've started wallpapering. I did debate like pattern matching this, because I have got plenty. This like scrapbooking paper, but I thought, you know what, I actually like that it's not matched. I want it to look a bit shabby, and I really want it to look handmade. So there's all, you know, bits of scrapbook paper that I've either bought new. This I've had in stash for years. It's like a little floral. On the ground floor, I don't want things to drop out, but I don't know if you can see, it had some brick paper, so there's a brick floor. This fire and busy making, this was from Sostrene Grene at Christmas. Sorry, excuse me. Should I take some bits out? See if I can perch you here without knocking you. And this is Dot. This is the Mailig mouse. So this is Daffodil's sister. It's a really old, cheap plant pot that I bought from the Dollhouse Fair. Yeah, this, they've all dropped out. But a little 3D printed crate that I bought from the Dollhouse Fair, and it's got bits of cutlery in. These are actually Sylvanian family cutlery that I had hanging around in a drawer in my dollhouse, my vintage one, for years, because I've got like metal cutlery in there. So I just shoved them in a drawer and remembered that I had them. I think that's also when you are a miniaturist, is that the word? You know, you do upgrade and buy things. I'll pop that there. I'm not that flying. Again, a crate that I bought from a Dollhouse Fair. I've got an old frame that buttons that I'm busy. I'll paint that and you put it somewhere. These, I bought these from a Dollhouse Fair. They're not elegant enough, I should say, for my dollhouse. I mean, I could paint them and they'd look nice, but I think they're better suited to fill in the corners. Then I just balsa wood. That's like a wall hanging. This is the fire from Sostrene, Grene. This is loose. I've just popped it in. So I'm busy. I don't know if I'm going to keep those colours. The outside of the house, I'm pretty certain will be red. And then I had some, you know, a cotton reel. That's going to be a table. I'm busy with a little pot, wooden pot that I turned upside down to make a stool. They'll all look completely different when they've all been painted. If you've been around a while, you'll know that I also make miniatures in walnut shells. I've got like an old walnut shell, so I might use that for something. Maybe that can be Dot's crib. Make a teeny weeny little doll to put in it for Dot to play, you know, little doll crib. And then on a day trip, we found this in a souvenir shop, a magnet. And it had a little sign on it with Holland on it, but I chopped it off with a Dremel. So yeah, these are all little bits and bobs that I've made. And I bought the house off Amazon, and it's got a little hanger on the back. So yeah, I think the outside's going to be red. I'm going to put windows in it, faux windows. I thought I had a miniature door, but I've lost it. It's somewhere in the house, but I think it's two, because I was thinking of maybe adding a door on one of the sides, just for decoration, but I think it's going to be too full. And then I want to put like loads of pictures and clocks and like faux lighting and stuff. So yeah, just a little project to work on. Really enjoying it. Oops, best put this down now because everything is going to go flying in a minute. Ooh. And then I might swear. So that's the other crafts. My coffee's gone cold. No, it's okay. I'm going to do shawls next, and then I'll do the incoming. Let's do it that way around. So, as I mentioned, in one of the vlogs, I was wearing this shawl, and Karen said she bought the pattern and cast it on already. I hope she's liking it. Mine's not very big. I've done these years ago. So this is the Sherbet Fizz shawl by Amber O'Brien. And this, I don't remember the brand, but I think it's like yak and linen that I did mine in. And then I wear mine, it's a little bit like a shawlette, I would say. All my shawls I wear like this, like a cowl. So this is a paid for pattern. I thoroughly enjoyed knitting this. I could not put it down. For some reason, my brain just clicked, and I really enjoyed it. And I should knit another one. Isn't it pretty? I love the picot edge. I need to weave that in. I wear it all the time. Oh, it's so nice. I'm just wondering what perfume I've had on. Again, knitting. This is a paid pattern. I messed up and thought, just go with it. Unless you point it out, nobody's going to know. This is the Humley Bee shawl by Fibre Tales. And I think this is in drops. I think this might be in drops Charisma. And then you see it's got all these little bees. It's got like a little picot edge, all these little bees. But I think I messed up my stitch count, so it's a bit, the middle's a bit wonky. But when it's on, you don't notice it. I love this. So this is slightly bigger than the Sherbet Fizz shawl, and it's quite plain, but these little bees, oh, this is not for the faint-hearted. If I remember rightly, there's a video on how to knit these, and I think Karen from Stitches and Jacks and myself, we knitted this at the same time, and we supported each other a lot, because it once I'd got it, you know, this construction is very simple, but my gosh, just reading this off a pattern, I would not have figured it out. I definitely needed that video. So yeah, that's the Humley Bee shawl. Oh, isn't that beautiful? I really like it. And then this is a free pattern crochet. This is by Wilma Westenberg, and this is the JC butterfly shawl. Now, I crocheted this years ago, and again, I went wrong on the pattern and I just pushed through. I actually, I followed, it was a free like crochet along video on YouTube. If I can find it, I'll put the link below. And I actually, this is all crocheted in wool, and it's a mixture of, it's all fingering weight. This is like a natural dyed yarn, and I can't remember who it's from now. It was definitely somebody in the Netherlands. So these are supposed to be like butterflies, and it's got these little shapes, and then it goes to a nice like scalloped edge. And then I think, if I remember rightly, I think these are some minis that actually probably the first minis I ever bought from Ellie at Craft House Magic. This is a bigger shawl, as you can see. I don't like some, you know, some crochet or knitted shawls, you have that hump in the middle. It annoys me a little bit, but anyway. So this is quite big. So, you know, you could definitely wear this, you know, around your shoulder. Sometimes I take it on the boat with me. If you don't know, we've got a little, not like a barge, but a little motorboat that we're out the whole summer on. Or you can wear this, like, I always wear my shawls, like so. So this is definitely, you know, this is like a lovely spring summer shawl. Love it. So there you go. So this is the JC butterfly shawl, free pattern. So not for a beginner. I would say this is definitely not for a beginner. But yeah, there's some, I thought I'd just show you, you know, if you're into, fancy a bit of shawl knitting or crochet. Don't forget the designer, I've got all those free patterns available. I struggle with hanging my shawls. Sorry, just not the camera. Let's do some incoming. Let's see, where are we up to? So, let's do, if we stick with the mice, I will share this on the vlog, but you wouldn't have seen it yet. I bought some Tule, is it? Tule? From Sostrene Grene. It'll take me years to use this. Like this nice pale blue, a cream, and I'm not keen on the pink. I would have liked more dusky vintage kind of pink, but that's all they had. And they were under €5, and I think they're 50 across and 3 meters. So I thought, because, where is she? Yeah, because the little Maylig doll has got this tiny little skirt. I thought I'd make one for Daffodil in cream or blue. I won't be able to make one that good quality. I mean, that is like something else. That's a whole new level of fiddly. But yeah, I find this is really difficult to buy over here. So I ordered it online, but it's in the shop now. Probably be part of their spring Easter range. So yeah, that's an incoming. Then the other thing I bought, oh now, gosh, it's from a recent crochet magazine edition, a British UK. Yeah, it is. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud to myself. I meant to make a note of it and I forgot. I'll try and remember to put a picture up here. I bought this yarn. I think it's knitted in chenille in the pattern, but I couldn't find at my local. Every Friday in the next town, there's a guy who sells wool. The wool man is what his name. The wool man. He didn't have what I needed in the right weight, but I've sort of took a bit of a punt, and I've got these 2 balls of each. This is Elise Super Lana Maxi. And this is to crochet the Bagpuss. When I mentioned it in the vlog, somebody did say that they'd crocheted it. This is, where is the colour? Where does it say the colour? That's strange. Oh, there's no name. So this cerise pink is colour 149 and the cream is 62. I didn't want to go for white. I thought the cream was like less stark, even though I think Bagpuss is white. I also bought some other wool, but I'm not doing anything with that at the moment. But so I'll show you when I decide what I'm doing with it. I'll show you some things, a few little things I bought from the Dollhouse Fair. But the other thing I treated myself to, it was mainly because I'm hand stitching some of the mouse things, but I'm also I've cleared some space so I can sew on my on one of my tables. I'm not using my sewing table because my computer's on the big table. I have got a sewing machine at the workshop as well, but I really don't like it. But anyway, I decided I needed a little iron, so I bought a little handhold iron from Amazon. And I've not tried it yet. This is by Duronic, and it was under €30, which is a lot cheaper than the Prim. And you can steam with it, little carry bag, measuring jug, and a little sort of cleaning attachment. So I thought I'll show you, and then I'm going to actually just set it up, make a little ironing square, only for, you know, it's mainly like pressing out seams and stuff. So I thought, well, I'll show you that because I did buy it for crafting. And I wanted something that just wouldn't take up too much space. But this would be great. I mean, it's a travel iron, technically. So, I mean, you could take it on your Jolly Bobs with you on your holiday. I wouldn't bother, personally, because if I'm on holiday, I'm not going to be ironing. But, you know. And then, finally, I've got a few little things from... Now, I'm not showing you everything because I don't know where it all is, but I'll show you some. So I bought some 3D printed furniture, and I've already been. They've got like the first of many, many coats of paint on them. So these are for my vintage dollhouse over there. So this is a nice little footstool that I bought, and then I bought these separately, but so you could mix and match the columns. So I bought this lovely bust, and the detail on them is amazing. So I think she'll sit like so in the dollhouse. No, is that the right way? Or like that? Maybe like that. I'm not sure. Probably in the hallway of the dollhouse. Let's see if I can move my fat fingers. You can see. I've not decided which way the plinth will go. I think this is probably the best size, but I think it actually should go this way up. Yeah, look. What do you think? So she's got one coat of white on her, and I'm going to sort of scruff her up a bit so it looks like old, you know, alabaster. Now, I thought I'd show you these. I bought these a long time ago, but just so you could see what it actually looks like. So these are from a different company. I think these were from Art of Minnie, and these are for the dollhouse. I'll open one and just bear with me. And they're really light. These, I didn't see these at this year's Dollhouse show. So you get 2 discs that you would paint and then stick them on top of each other, so you get this little lip. And then this is a bear head. So this is what, I don't know if the camera's picking that up, that's what they look like. So if you want to buy, the 3D printed minis are way cheaper. But I say, you know, you've got to be a little bit confident in painting. You know, I mean, you can just flat paint it, but I often find that you need to do, sorry, I'll pop that in that bag in a sec. I like to do a lot of sort of fine detail after I've done, you know, I've got the colours right. And then also I age mine a lot, you know, so it's like a lot of dry brushing and stuff. So, but yeah, anyway, and then, yeah, this is, have I got any more minis in here? No, this is just sewing. So one final thing, brace yourself. Oh my gosh, I've been holding off, but I can't wait to get stuck in on these. So if you remember, was it the last episode or the one before that I shown you the little pig, the teddy bear pig that I'm sewing? It's in the naughty corner at the moment, only because I'm not confident of sewing it. I need to do a running stitch and stitch it all together and see how the ears sit, and I'm just building up the confidence to do it. But the company that I bought them from, they did close, but they were at the Dollhouse Fair, which I knew they would be, and they had some kits but not all the kits. And when they announced they were closing, they were having a clearance, I couldn't get this kit. However, they had the pattern and most of the stuff that you needed to make it. So I took it out. They're actually real photos that they use as well. So this is the elephant, and this is Oliphancia Yada. That's it. So the elephant Yada. The only thing, she forgot to bring the little wheels and stuff, but it's fine. Isn't that so cute? So I wanted that kit, but she didn't have it. Now, what I will say is you don't get anything digital. It's all printed and in Dutch. So whilst my Dutch isn't too bad, I did have to use like Google Translate, but it's fine. And I think once you know basic toy making construction, you're pretty okay. The pig, I've not made a head so intricate with so many different pieces before, but I'm fine with it. And then the other thing, I'd seen it on the web. I wasn't that crazy about buying it, but I thought, well, it's there, it's a kit, I'm going to get it. And it wasn't expensive. It was €19.50. And this is Olifant Cheddar, I think it is. So it's another little elephant. I'm not keen on the fabric lining of the ears and the feet, so I might use my own fabric. Look, I'm not that keen on it. I might use some nice, I've got some like scraps of Liberty, or so I might, or some nice little, you know, I've got like little scraps of fabric for English paper piecing, so I think I won't do those ears. But yeah, and these are all weighted, so you get everything in the kit. You get the eyes, you get the cotter pins, so the head, the joints, everything moves. Again, fiddly to do. You know, you've got to throw yourself right in when you're going to start working with cotter pins and everything. Anyway, the good news was, well, good news, it costs a bit, but anyway, she had the wool, the fur that the Yada elephant is made from, and but I think I could make probably 2 or 4, maybe 2 or 4 yardas from this piece. So that was good. And I think it is like a mohair, viscose mohair. But yeah, it does sew quite nice, and it doesn't shed too much. A lot of these faux furs you buy, you know, that they shed crazy. So these, they're good quality, but yeah. So anyway, good to know that she still has a bit of stash. And then what I really like, so I bought a few different sizes of these, is I love the I've dropped one. The tiny little like old-fashioned glass eyes. So I bought some. I bought 5mm, 6mm, and 7mm. You get 2 pairs of eyes in each pack. So I just need 1 pair for making the yada, but the other one, the cheddar, I think it is, that's got eyes already in the pack. So yeah, I think that's well, I just dropped all my stuff on the floor. I think that's everything I've got to show you. Yeah, incoming. Yeah, I've told you everything. So don't forget there's links below if you fancy having a look. I've probably got loads more incoming, but I've just shown you, you know, otherwise I'll be here for like 2 hours. I want to try and keep it under an hour. So I hope you're all well. Let me know what you're working on in the comments below. And if you've got any tips or recommendations. I know I'm an avid YouTube watcher, a consumer. So, and I always read the comments because a lot of people do, they give good tips for things. So please, if you've got anything you want to share with the group, with the community, feel free, right below. Don't ever feel awkward about commenting. I know when you're not used to commenting on YouTube videos or social media posts, it's always a little bit, you feel like, I don't know, or I do, I always feel a little bit insecure, like, oh, I don't want to say something stupid, or, but here on my channel and also on Dawn's Days and my Instagram, there is no such thing as a stupid comment. If you just want to say hello, please do. If you want to ask a question, you want to give a tip, a bit of advice, please do. And make it a priority that my corner of the internet is a safe space. Something happened this week that really triggered me a lot. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but some of you might know that I'm quite good friends with Elise, who's Elise Rose Crochet. She used to be Les Petites Saint Crochet. I've known Elise, so we've been social media friends. We started out as friends on Instagram. I don't know, we had 100 followers each, and actually she was one of the first people I told I was starting YouTube. And Elise, her whole she's a content creator now, it's her job, and she put up a video recently, and my gosh, because she's well known in the community now, she's sort of one of the big guns kind of thing, or becoming one of the big guns. And the comments were just disgusted me. And, for me, I wouldn't tolerate that. As soon as somebody says something snarky or mean, then, you're getting deleted and blocked. I'm sorry. I don't, this is my safe space, and I want this to be a safe space for all of you. And if we have somebody, trying to spoil our little community by trolling or, just being mean, then, we'll kick them out. So, anyway, what I'm saying is, don't feel shy if you want to say hello. Please don't fret, worry, get anxious about it. It's, you're with friends here. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I think I'm done. I think I've waffled enough. I'm trying to upload at least once a month. I think January I uploaded twice because I had quite a lot to share with you. We'll see. But yeah, if I've made sort of progress or something exciting happens in the next 2 weeks, I'll upload another one. But let's just say I'm aiming for every month. Anyway, don't forget, links below if you want to go and have a look at my studio over in the Arts Centre. I'll put a link below to the Dawn's Days vlog. I think it does say in the title of the video, so if you're watching this way in the future, it does say craft room tour or something like that. And yeah, hope you're all well. Stay safe, take care, happy crafting, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.